Well, Rascal Rodeo is a nonprofit that puts on rodeo events for people with physical and mental disabilities. The organization has produced 38 rodeos in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, and has received calls from other states wondering how they can get involved. Rascal Rodeo founder and president Ann Erica Whitemarsh is on the phone with us this afternoon to tell us more. Good afternoon.
Hi there, how are you?
Doing very well. Thank you so much for joining us. So I actually went on your website this morning, rascalrodeo.org, and read a little bit of your personal backstory. Can you tell us a little bit more of how Rascal Rodeo came about?
Yeah, I grew up a city kid wanting to be a cowgirl, and I didn't get to be that cowgirl that I always hoped for. I did rodeo a little bit, but at the same time in elementary school, I was the one that picked the rocks back up that had been thrown at the special needs kids out on the out during recess, and would throw them back at the bullies. And when it came time for my senior project in high school, I had heard of exceptional rodeos before in the past. I think the first time I heard about it was at the National High School Finals rodeo that my brother went to, and I didn't get to see it, but I just kind of put it together in my head, and we did our first rodeo in 2001 with 4 participants and 7 volunteers, and it went off without a hitch, and front page newspaper article, all 3 TV news stations there. It was a pretty incredible day, and I didn't do another one for about 10 years. I went off to college, and a family friend called and said, "Hey, I know you've done this before. Can you come do it again?" And so we did it in Moses Lake at the high school finals rodeo, and then every year since then, we've doubled the number of events pretty much from 1 event to 4 to 7 to 13. So wow. It's growing.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, it's been around since 2001, and we're of course watching some video there. It's very moving video. It's obviously having a big impact on a lot of people. Tell us a little bit more about what the response has been through the years.
Yeah, 5 years ago, if you would have told me I would be in this situation today, I would not have bet my money on it. And it's more than being cowboys and cowgirls. It's showing these special needs communities that they do have more abilities than disabilities, and proving to those volunteers and the other community members just how special the special needs people are, and the stories that have come up from it you could not even dream up. We had one 30-year-old participant come to us for the first time 3 years ago, and his caretaker had been with him for 14 years, and she was in tears because she had never seen him so happy when we were loading him up on the horse from his wheelchair. And she sent me an email that night and said she had never heard him speak a word, and that night he said horse for the first time.
Oh, wow.
So stories like that just come up all the time through our events, and I'm blessed and thankful to be a part of it.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, and of course, thank you for this. It's such a program. How is it funded then?
We depend on donations by individuals and business sponsorships. And this last year, we've done some random fundraisers, but we started something this year, I guess it was, in March. We did our first Honky Tonk Hoedown, which is a dinner and live and silent auctions, and we have our second annual coming up March 5th. And that's going to be our core major fundraiser every year. But we depend on people sending us checks through PayPal or credit card over the phone. Every little bit helps. It doesn't take a whole lot to put on the events, but it does cost money. So yeah. The more money we have, the more we can do.
Absolutely. So do you already have dates set for future rodeos coming up in 2016?
Yes, we do. Our schedule from 2015 will look very similar to 2016. We do have a couple others that we're looking to add on, and a couple more states. Like I said, it just depends on the funding. And, if Randy Bernard wants to do Rascal Rodeo during the American, we'll haul down there. So have him give me a call.
There we go. Yeah, we'll make sure that Randy knows all about it. Obviously, we're all very impressed with this program. And again, you mentioned if people would like to donate, they can go to rascalrodeo.org. We certainly appreciate you sharing this with us today. Rascal Rodeo founder and president Ann Erica Whitemarsh, thank you so much. And hey, if you're ever in Nashville, be sure to come by our studio. We'd love to meet you in person.
Yes, I will, definitely. Thank you very much for your support and spreading the word about our organization.
All right, thank you very much. And again, that is rascalrodeo.org. And keep it right here. Christina will have your full forecast right after this.